We thought we were just joking about my husband, until he stood up and said it was over. I never thought a simple joke at a neighborhood gathering would change my entire life. This happened recently and I can't get it out of my head. I've tried talking to friends about this, but I'm looking for some outside perspective because I'm truly lost. It started like any other casual neighborhood get-together, drinks in hand, laughter filling the air, and everyone enjoying the relaxed Friday vibe. My husband and I have always had a playful dynamic, teasing each other, poking fun at small quirks and habits that we could laugh at together most of the time. Our playful banter was harmless, and we always knew how far to push, or at least, I thought we did. My husband is one of those people who always keeps things light. He's hardworking, kind, funny, and one of the easiest people to get along with. His personality makes him someone others gravitate toward. And we've built a strong foundation in our marriage over time. But that night, I made a joke. A joke that, in hindsight, I should have known would go too far. We were sitting with friends, enjoying drinks and casual conversation. My husband was sharing stories about his week at work, and as he spoke, I made a light comment about how he always gets lost. Even when driving to places we've visited 1,000 times before, my friends laughed, and he laughed too. I thought nothing of it at the time, but teasing turned into a game. My friends chimed in, poking fun at his quirks, his inability to follow a map, his famous habit of always sticking to instant noodles for dinner, and how he always finds himself binging the same TV shows over and over again. The energy was fun, light, and playful, and it felt harmless. Or so I thought. The moment shifted so quickly, I didn't see it coming. My husband's laughter faltered for a second, but I didn't pick up on it. I kept going, adding another joke, until he set his drink down, cleared his throat, and stood up. Everyone at the table froze, their laughter dying in an instant. That's when he said it. It's over, forever. My heart stopped. I remember staring at him, unable to process what I had just heard. My friends looked at each other nervously, unsure if this was part of the usual back-and-forth teasing. But this wasn't a joke. This wasn't playful banter. His voice, his expression, everything about it screamed finality. I tried to brush it off at first. Maybe he meant something else, or maybe it was just an offhand comment. But my body felt paralyzed. I could barely speak, and I couldn't make sense of the sudden shift in energy. My mind was racing as I tried to come up with an explanation, but nothing made sense after that moment. The night felt different. I spent the rest of the evening unable to relax, unsure if I'd done something wrong or if I'd crossed some invisible line that I didn't even know existed. I kept replaying the moment in my mind over and over again. His words, the tone in his voice, his cold stare as he stood there when we got home. I tried to bring it up. I wanted to talk, to understand, but he wouldn't open up to me. His responses were short, distant, and completely unresponsive every time I tried to ask, "What do you mean by that?" Or, "Please, let's talk about it." He would shut me down. The next few days were strained. There was a new tension in the air, an unspoken distance growing between us. I felt like I was walking on glass, always afraid I might say the wrong thing or make things worse. Now I can't shake the question from my mind. What did he mean by, "It's over forever"? Did I push him too far with my teasing? Was this a moment where I failed to see his limits, where I didn't respect his boundaries? Or is there something else going on that I don't know about? I've tried to replay everything, our conversations leading up to that night, our habits, our arguments, or lack of them, and the dynamic of our relationship, but nothing adds up. This is what has me feeling so lost. He's always been so understanding, so loving, so lighthearted. I thought teasing was part of our bond, something that we could always laugh off together. I never imagined that one joke would shatter the foundation of our relationship. I know that communication is key in any marriage, but I feel so shut out, so completely rejected. What's worse is that I can't find the words to fix this. I've tried giving him space, but it hasn't brought answers, just more silence. So Reddit, I need your help. What would you do if you were in my shoes? How do you approach a partner who's so distant after a moment like this? Did I cross a line that I can't come back from? Or is there a way to salvage this marriage? How can I show him I'm willing to listen, change, and make things right? I'm lost, confused, and terrified that I've done something irreversible. Any advice, perspective, or insight you can share would mean the world to me.